If your ex left you and you have no clue why, they didn't even give you any answers. People do and say things over the course of the relationship, and they give you clues as to what's going on inside of them. And by listening to your story, I can pick out exactly what's going on inside of them and tell you what happened. I'm Benny Lichtenwalner. I help people get their exes back. And some of the things that I'm looking for when I listen to people's stories about their relationship and their breakup, the first thing would be evidence of what your ex's core wound is. So we all get wounded in different ways. Primarily, it's abandonment, feeling broken or defective, or lastly, having trust issues. These are the big ways that people get scarred in childhood and later in their relationships, and they carry over into the hangups that they're going to have in their current relationship with you. And these wounds affect how people show up in conflict. So if you're really, really scared of abandonment, you're going to have a tendency to roll over and give the other person their way because you don't want to push it too hard because you're afraid of losing that person, maybe just like you lost a parent. If you feel defective or broken, usually that goes hand in hand with a low emotional bandwidth, conflict avoidance, essentially. And it's all coming from neglect. So it's not getting enough hands-on or love from your parents typically, and that translates into this lower ability to face conflict. Also, when somebody else brings up an issue with you, you're going to internalize it as an attack because you feel broken. And it all goes back to not getting enough love. So this type of behavior, this conflict avoidance, which really manifests in either shutting down or running away, this kind of behavior is for somebody that feels broken or not good enough. People that feel not good enough will say things like that. I can't give you what you need. You deserve better. You'd be happier with somebody else. Oh, you make so much more money than me, for example, if it's a dude to a woman or something like that. Oh, you have such higher level friends than I do, or whatever. They'll make statements that show lower self-esteem. And a lot of times these same individuals will have drinking problems or other things that sort of reflect lower self-esteem. And taking a step back to the point that I made earlier, for those people that have abandonment, usually that goes hand in hand with seeking reassurance or validation, like, hey, do you still love me? Or like clingy behavior, kind of like hanging on to the other person. Now, for those people that have been scarred by trust issues, usually their parents cheated on each other, or they've been cheated on in the past, or maybe they've gone through some kind of physical, verbal, mental, or even sexual abuse in their past. And all of these things have trained their subconscious mind that people that are close to them can hurt them. And so for these people, it really, really matters to be very well connected to you so that way they can know you inside and out, to feel safe, okay, so that way they can trust you. And so for these type of people, they really want to look under every little stone, because if they don't, there could be a monster hiding behind it. Do you get it? So for people with trust issues, they're going to be very combative, and they're going to be very triggered in fights, and they're going to be trying to get to the bottom of things right then and there. And this is all centered around a trust wound. So as I listen to your story, when you tell me your relationship and your breakup story, I'm going to be listening out for these type of wounds and kind of sizing up how the individual acts in conflict and how you act in conflict. And this helps us to reveal the attachment style and also to determine the relationship dynamic between you and your ex. And it'll help me paint for you a picture of what's going on inside of them, the little life events that you're telling me about throughout your story. I'll tie it all together for you and explain to you why your ex left and what's going on inside of them and what they might be thinking now that you're separate in the breakup or in no contact. And if you want my help, you want to talk this out, click into my profile, click this link, set up a call with me, tell me your story, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan to get your ex back.